Welcome, everyone, to Music Junkies, a podcast about people sharing extraordinary stories about how music has impacted their lives.
Welcome, everyone, to Music Junkies. I'm excited today. I'm your I guess, what would I be?
You're the host.
I'm the host.
And I don't know.
You're my favorite person in the world.
Interviewee is kind of boring.
That's right.
Trying to think of something fun, but
no, you're my favorite person in the world. I'm so excited to actually, when I was putting this together, I was like, I can't wait to interview Melissa.
I'm excited.
And yeah, I'm excited too. So before we get started, I just wanted to ask you, what was your experience on obviously me reaching out? And then your experience of putting this playlist together, because I found you very quick. Most people, I'm really like badgering to get the list together, but you were fast. You were very fast.
Well, I will say that as my husband tells me, I'm pretty, what is he called? I'm forgetting the word.
Efficient?
Where you're, efficient, hasty.
Good word.
And so when I need to get something done, I do it really quick. So as I said to you, I'm like, I don't really remember the songs I put down, but I know that they mean a lot to me. But when you first contacted me, I was actually excited. I was interested. You had me intrigued because it's not every day that you get asked to do something like this. And I'm not really sure what to expect, which is what gets me extra excited. So yeah, it'll be fun.
Yeah, I love that. So if you were to explain your playlist to somebody, what would you say?
Ooh, I got to remember what I put. I'm pretty sure I know a lot of the artists. I would say R&B pop, music you would listen to, which I'm sure we'll get into, but whether in a good relationship or a bad relationship, a lot of my music influence came from relationships, whether it was a breakup or whether I was like high on life. I was a big music junkie. Like my room was always pounding. My parents lived right above and they're always like, oh my God. So just like boom, boom, boom with my speakers. So yeah, I would say, do you mean like the genre of it?
Yeah. If you're like, you know what, this is the type of playlist I have. It is, I think.
Yeah. Some of it is kind of like slower sort of R&B, like where you just be kind of hanging out in your room or in your car, going on road trips and things like that. Some of it's like high tempo, upbeat. I grew up as a dancer, like with the Young Canadians. So dance was a huge influence in my life, which connects to music. So
yeah. And I was going to talk to you a little bit about your dance. So when did you start dancing?
The first, I was 6.
Wow.
Yeah. I danced competitively. So I danced competitively from 6 till 9. I took jazz, tap, ballet. Then we moved to Calgary and I started with the Young Canadians, and that's like a all around program. So jazz, tap, ballet, musical theater, voice lessons, gymnastics, kind of everything.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you did that for how long?
Not for 10 years.
10 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
And then I was done when I was 18.
Sorry to interrupt.
Oh my gosh. Is this actually happening?
Yeah.
I forgot I told you about this. Forget the coffee. Jeez, lame.
That's our producer there. She's so good to me.
Thanks, producer.
Cheers.
Oh my God.
Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
being on the show.
Oh my God.
Now that you're not in a cleanse anymore, we'll get you all liquored up.
That could be the best gin martini
really
I've ever had.
Wow.
It's like, it's so cold.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Chill some glasses and chill the booze.
Wow.
Special guest, right?
Okay, thank you.
So I'm going to get you to put the headphones on and we're going to go over your first song. Are you excited?
Okay. I'm
excited.
Really excited. I feel like I'm in like a music studio. Oh, just
put
on
one
side.
ear on. Yeah. Unless
like a
you like it all.
Hey.
All right. This first song.
Oh
right?
God.
Spice Girls. What I really want.
Yep.
So what's first of all, before you tell me why you obviously love that song and the Spice Girls, I'm always curious when people put the Spice Girls on their playlist, because I always want to know what Spice Girl were you? Yeah.
You know what? Probably a mixture of sport. Oh, I just spat. That's awesome. Sorry. Sporty and posh.
Really?
Would be the ones that I would connect with, because I was always very athletic and really good at dance and things like that, and kind of any sport I could pick up. So I connected with the sporty and the back flips and all that stuff. And I love gymnastics. And then the posh side of me is like a little bit of the girly, get dressed up, do the hair, dress nice and all that.
So would Jared say the same thing? Or would he think
I think
that
he
you are
would.
different
Did
by
you ask
style?
him?
We should ask
Yeah,
him.
we should. I would say he would say this, because you know what? Actually, I'm forgetting the other ones. Like there's the
It's like scary.
yeah, no, I'm not scary. I don't
And then
think.
the redhead, I don't know.
I know. I'm trying to remember
She
what
was
she
the blonde
is.
redhead. I don't know what she was.
Yeah, no.
Either.
Sporty and posh would be my.
Yeah, you would be amazed how many people say posh.
Really?
Yeah. I think a lot of people are very.
I like it. Right?
So
Oh
why
my
do you
God.
love that song? Why does what comes to mind when you hear that song?
Right away dancing.
Yeah.
Because their videos, I mean, back in the day, way back, music videos were everything. And especially if you're a dancer, I would watch the video over and over and over again. And then I'd get all my friends together and then we would I spent countless hours, pause, play, trying to get every single move of dance videos. Like that was a lot of my childhood, to be honest. So that was a video that I really loved. And then when they get together and they do choreography and stuff like that, that's what that reminds me of, is dancing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So going through, you danced until what age?
I was done when I was 18.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what made you make that decision?
To be done?
Yeah.
Well, I think I kind of, I was ready to start my life. I was really wanting to get a job. I danced like 30 hours a week sometimes on top of school. So when I was done school and I was done with dance, why I decided is because I wanted to go get a job. I wanted to, spend hours with people. Like I had all my dance friends and stuff, but I was really excited to just kind of start my life. I took a year off. I didn't go to post-secondary until a year after. So I knew I had that 1 year where I moved to Edmonton. I wasn't going to be dancing there. And so at first it was just, I'm going to take a year off.
Yeah.
And I'll figure it out after. And dancers, there's not a lot of opportunity past, unless you're unreal and you really want to invest time and money and traveling and going to LA and stuff. A career as a dancer.
What did you want to do kind of leading up to that spot?
I didn't really know.
You didn't know.
No, I had no clue, at all. If someone was like, what do you want to be when you grow up? I would have had no idea.
What's your worst injury that you had during dance?
I did a backflip, but over rotated at the gym club on a trampoline. And then I landed with my legs over top and kind of just down onto my neck.
Wow.
When I was 15. So that's been the biggest injury, but I never really broke anything. I never was off dance for a long period of time. Yeah.
I hear that you can get some blood poisoning from all the blisters. Did you ever experience that?
No, I've never heard that. I didn't really get a lot of blisters, from gymnastics.
No, just from doing ballet and
at the point
and doing all of that.
That's more point, with the hard. I did a little bit of point, but very little.
I see you a lot on Instagram dancing, so I know you still love doing it.
I do. And I want to go take a drop-in class.
Yeah.
And Calgary, they got some good drop-ins. So I was actually looking into it. It's on Thursday night. And I was like, I'm going to start that. And then COVID hit. So
that's right. So is your daughter
I'm going to get there
in dance at all?
My youngest one is. My middle has no interest. She wants to play hockey. So my youngest is very artistic, I guess, loves to sing and dance. So I'm loving it.
That's good.
Yeah.
So you can still kind of live through that dream through her.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Next song, Melissa. You ready?
Oh, I'm ready.
Yay.
Okay.
We were listening to this song a little bit today when you came in.
Oh.
Well, maybe. I don't know. Maybe we weren't. Maybe you didn't really hear anything while we were chatting so much. But right. Madonna.
Yeah. I'm like, oh yeah.
Right. Who does not love that song? I remember when that song came out, and I don't know if you know this, I kind of was looking up that song a little bit because I haven't seen and heard from it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's funny because back then, a lot of women organizations were really, really upset with Madonna, really upset with her. And they actually saying that they were encouraging teen pregnancy. That's what they were saying. And I didn't know that. I guess, well, obviously we didn't have the internet back then. And where would we find that information if, not having not it's like it's going to be in the Time News or Nanaimo newspaper.
Yeah.
Madonna.
Yeah.
Forcing children to have babies.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So do you love that song because of dance, or is there a funny story about that song?
No, not really a funny
Did you have a
story.
teen pregnancy?
No, didn't have a teen pregnancy, right? No, I made it till after I was married. But I think when I think of certain songs that influenced me, some of them, like the Spice Girls, I wouldn't really think of the words. For me, Madonna, and she was always very controversial, a little bit out there. I did love her for her music videos, her dance, and kind of different. But when it comes to Papa Don't Preach, it was the words. And I love a good song that tells a story, but not country music. Just kidding. Yeah, Jarrett loves the country for the stories. I'm like, it's a bit, I like country, but not like I love R&B and pop.
Yeah.
So for me, that particular song, I think it told a lot about how people react to pregnancies. And I'm trying to think of all the words about it, but I remember at the time, and I don't remember how old I was, but it being like an influential, like, wow, this person got pregnant and I loved listening to the story.
Yeah.
And so that would be what I recall.
What were you like growing up in high school?
In high school,
Obviously, you
never
danced
good
a
at
lot.
school ever. Never wanted to apply myself. Never understood the value of school, but I loved the social. I always had tons of friends. I was always friends with kind of everybody. And I loved that. So I got along with a lot of people. I had great, like a lot of fun. I never didn't want to go to school, but I never enjoyed learning at school. So I didn't do well in school.
What was kind of the worst thing you got caught for in school?
Well, it started in junior high when, again, I realize this more now with growing up and kind of getting to know yourself more. I never wanted to apply myself because I didn't understand the value of school and doing well, but I wanted to get good grades. So in order to get that, I would have to copy off of Mary Murray. So, sorry, Mary. So that was junior high, and I did get caught, and the principal loved me and he gave me another chance. So I rewrote all the tests and I still passed, but I didn't get 90s. Then I went into high school and I did a little bit better. There was some courses that I was actually interested in, like biology interested me because I felt like that was real life. So I would say the worst thing I ever did was in junior high, but then I got it together. I was a pretty good kid. Like I never got into trouble. I never did drugs. I don't know why. I just never did. Hey,
there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
What kind of boys did you date that you were attracted to?
In high school, I'm trying to think of who I even dated in high school.
Well, they're going to remember. They're going to reach
I know.
out.
I'm like, I remember a lot after 18, but high school, I never dated anyone that I went to school with.
Wow.
No.
They were in a different
which
school,
is really interesting.
They were out of school.
You know what? I cannot think. I remember dating someone in junior high, which seems so young. And then I went to a different high school than everyone else went to. So I kind of had to start my friends over and things like that, which I was fine with. But I don't recall dating anyone from grade 10 to 12.
Wow.
Yeah. I can't think of anybody that
you guys are all blurs.
That's weird, right? Like what happened? They are blurs. I don't think there was that many at the time, right? It was like after 18 where things got fun. So yeah.
Okay. Next song, Melissa.
Let's
ready?
do this. Yep.
All right. I'm curious with some Janet Jackson here. Together Again.
Oh my God.
Right? You love Janet.
Yeah. It's one of my favorite Janet songs.
So I have a question before you tell me why you love that song. What's the difference between Together Again and Again?
Great question. Together Again is all about like there are times when you're thinking about people that have passed.
Okay.
Like as in passed away. So it's a lot about death and it just makes you think of people in your life that left. Again is, I'm trying to remember the specific lyrics of Again. Do
you want me to play it for you?
Yeah.
Okay. Just throw those on.
Do you have it?
Yeah,
I
do.
You do.
I do. I came
because I put it on my list and
I came very prepared. So Janet Jackson again,
Yeah,
but not
again.
together again, just again. Right. So it's interesting to have both of those songs on there because I actually had to listen to them both because I did think that they were the same song. I actually thought that I created the wrong playlist.
Yeah.
Right. So
this makes me think a lot of my ex.
Well, let's go down that rabbit hole.
Okay. So Janet has always been number one. Like, who's your favorite artist? Janet Jackson, without question. She had everything for me. She was a dancer. She was a singer. She came from the Jackson family, who I love. She was always kind of sweet and quiet, but yet like feisty when she was on stage. I mean, all her music videos, everything. I was like, oh my gosh, I want to be a backup dancer for Janet, right? So when I was 18, I used to go to the club a lot, and I went on the weekends, not for what a lot of people go for, to get hammered and be ridiculous. I would go and I would dance all night. Like all night. And there was this DJ at the club, who's now on the radio, whose name I will not mention. And he was the DJ, and he kept playing every time I went, every weekend. He'd play so much Janet. So finally I went up into the booth and I was like, thank you for playing Janet. Like, she's just my favorite, blah, blah. And he loved her too. So we connected and we started dating. And then like 2 years later, we were engaged and we connected over Janet. And so like, I was just obsessed. Like, I listened to her all the time. I've seen her in concert a bunch. Like, I knew one of her backup dancers. So then I got like a signed thing of her. I got to go to the concert. Anyway, I love her. So yeah.
She brings up your ex as well, though, for memories.
She does. Oh yeah. Sure. And then again is about like hearing about your ex, like hearing that he was in town, hearing that he's around, and those feelings that come up. And then I think it goes down like, I wonder if he's thinking like, will I ever love again, or something like that.
Yeah.
Something along those lines.
Was that your first big heartbreak?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I dated guys, but I wasn't really ever heartbroken over anyone, probably except for him. And then I ended up marrying Jared, so I'm not heartbroken over him. But all the other ones, man. But yeah, he would be, yeah. You remember that whole nipple incident she had, Janet Jackson? I do. Nipplegate.
Yeah, that's right. She actually just about got blacklisted from that.
Yeah.
Right? Which is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And one of the reasons why I was making you like drinks is because I was hoping you'd do a little nipple slip.
Oh, you know what? These babies
those ones are tight in there.
I'd have to like peel off the stick-on bra I got on right now.
Nipple slip shirt. That's ridiculous.
I didn't know you were looking for that. Oh man.
So you've been married now for how long?
11 years. We just celebrated in April.
11 years.
Yeah.
So what is one thing that he does that absolutely drives you up the wall? If there's not just one, if there's a couple, you can definitely share.
Well, he shaves and leaves all the hair in the sink. That would be one.
Fun. I love that.
Does his hair and the water flies over the mirror and the counter and then walks out and leaves.
So
those would be two.
He's super messy when he gets ready.
Yeah. But he's like similar mess to me. Like, we can both be clean and then we can both be slightly messy, but there's times he doesn't think things fully through. Like, he just doesn't kind of take it from A to Z. He takes it from like A to D and then just leaves. So it's like,
and then you got to figure out D to Z.
That's right.
Yeah.
Then I got to come and do it. Yeah.
What are two of your biggest pet peeves, just in general? Doesn't necessarily have to do with him.
I always say that's such a pet peeve. Now I got to remember what they are. Interrupting.
Okay.
That'd be a huge one.
So does it take you right to a 9 when somebody interrupts you, or do you give them a little bit of leeway? Like, you're telling an amazing story and somebody just can't. They're like, I got a jet ski too. And you're like,
yeah. And it's almost an interrupting to be a one-upper.
Yes.
It's not even just interrupting. Cause if like you're excited and you want to give me advice about something I'm talking about, like that might be, we're staying on the same page. But if it's like, oh my gosh, I did that. And then you're like, oh, well, I did this. It's like, but like speaking over top of, and everyone does it a little bit for sure. You can't be perfect, but I don't like where the ego comes out, where someone has to just like be better than.
Yeah.
I really love to listen to people. So that would be a pet peeve. Bad drivers.
Oh, so
I really struggle with drivers that don't know how to merge, where
Okay.
they stop.
Signal lights.
60
in an 80 zone.
like go driving slow. I'm a very aggressive, fast driver. And I just like, again, I want to get there. I want to, and it's like, so that would be the two that come to mind.
Have you ever been in a car accident before?
Never was. Oh, I shouldn't lie. Just 2 years ago, in November, I was at a red light and couldn't go anywhere because had I gone, I was in an intersection. I was just completely stopped at a red light and a car smashed right into the back of me. And I was like, what is going on? Like, what happened? And she's like, I thought it was green. So that was the only accident I've ever been in with someone. The other times I slid on ice and hit the curb and the car axle got bent or whatever.
Yeah. So many accidents then.
No, maybe 2 on my own and 1 with somebody. Yeah, no, I'm a great driver.
All right, Melissa, put that headphone up. Let's see your next song. I'm excited. So Black and White, Michael Jackson,
little MJ,
right? So I'm curious because you love obviously Michael Jackson so much and Janet.
Yeah.
Do you have like a favorite little Michael Jackson move you could maybe just like do for us, or maybe a little hee or something, or
I'm not
crotch grab, or just like anything?
Well, he was famous for it's always awkward every time, especially with the white glove, but it's all good.
Yeah, the white glove.
I mean, hey, like if you're wondering about MJ,
we don't
know
to get dirty.
We know there was something off and something, but his music, that's what kept me going.
Oh, that's so funny. So what is some reasons why you love Michael Jackson? And just
same, like I think I mean he's the king of pop. I really believe he brought just a whole different light to pop music. And I always say to people, like, if you were to think of, and everyone's got their a little different opinion on this, even Jared kind of did, but if I were to say, who do you believe is the #1 artist known the most, like the highest known artist around the world, like around the globe?
Yeah.
Like I'm in Africa and I say, hey, who's the top, right? Like, do you know this person? Or do you know this person? Or, right? And I just think that he is the most influential male pop artist that has ever lived. Jarrett disagreed and said Elvis. And I was like, no, like, I feel like Elvis was unreal, but he touched a certain, like, I feel like Michael's career just went so much longer.
Yeah. I feel like he was,
and of course Elvis passed away early. So he was around longer and he appealed to more people, I feel. And he was just the king of pop, like his dance moves and his he knew how to light up a stage, and he was such a good performer. And I really loved his music. Very like different, like so many of his songs are so different.
Yeah.
I don't know about his personal life. I don't know who he really was, but as far as his music goes, I think he's the king of pop.
So what's the best concert or your favorite concert that you've ever been to?
Oh, Janet Jackson.
Yeah.
Second would be Usher, but actually Justin Bieber's tied with Usher. I gotta say, I'm a huge Justin Bieber fan. I don't know if I put him on this list. I probably forgot.
You didn't.
Oh God.
No,
he's
no
like
Bieber.
Okay, well, he's like my new like obsession. Not obsession, but I just love his current music is so deep.
It's not so,
and he writes most of his own music. It's
anymore.
not so boy bandy. He's grown up, he's married now. I really enjoy him. But Janet for sure. I mean, it's got the whole package: singing, dancing, the stage, the performance. I love all her music.
Mm-hmm.
And then Usher's pretty insane.
He's up there too.
Oh yeah, performer like crazy.
Yeah, I love that. We're gonna play that song though.
Oh,
I think. Why not? I don't know.
There's so many Usher songs. And I flew to LA to see him.
You did?
Yeah, and it was the best concert.
I want to see if we can. I
forget
thought
which one
we had some on here, but maybe we don't.
Oh, well.
I think you said no to Usher. Like, you're like, you know what, Annette? I don't want to put any Usher on.
Oh, did I? Oh no, he's right there.
So Usher, you make me wanna. What does this make you want to do though?
Okay, well, if you know a lot of Usher's music,
I feel like he just wants
it's very, he's pretty sexual. A lot of his music is very like, whoa. Which I also had a connection with my ex, because again, pop and R&B, and like I love his music. And he's got some really good ones again with breakups. I always connected to music, like songs. I don't know if you had this, but songs got me out of breakups, right? So yeah, Usher, I don't know what the song You Make Me Wanna, I mean, it's probably what we're thinking.
So what song do you like to make out to? Do you
See,
have
this is my problem.
Song?
No, because
do you press play to some song and you're like, hey?
I do, but on my own, because I love Jarrett. I have to say that. But one thing we don't share is the same love for music. So I've kind of toned down my music playing in the last 11 years because we don't share the same love for it, which makes me sad because I'm like, oh, I love music. So it's not something that I would think to do now is put music on to get freaky.
Sexy dance.
Yeah. So we don't really, that's not really part of our relationship.
So no stripper pole
because he would probably
bedroom.
No. Damn it.
He would
probably put country on and I'd be like, yay.
I do this
it's
to
just too
this is a dude singing, honey.
Yeah.
You want me to swing around a pool with a dude singing this song?
Right? Yeah.
What's his favorite country song?
He loves Burning Man.
Yes.
Yeah. He loves Tim McGraw is he loves.
I've never heard that song. And when I had
did he pick it?
He picked it. Okay. And I am listening to it every day. I don't know what it is about lyric, the Burning Man.
Oh, just Burning Man. I know.
The lyrics and I'm not a country person at all, but I'm like, I don't know why this song is really resonating with me lately. So yeah, I love it.
Really good.
Jarrett, and then I sent him a song back.
Oh.
And it's called Poor Chonky, and he was having none of it.
He's like, no,
you will have to listen to it because it is hilarious. And I thought he did that lip sync with, the dueling banjos. So I thought he would appreciate this song. And he was like, I'm not having any of that song. And I was like, God, I got to redeem myself.
Yeah.
And I don't even know country. So anything I probably would know or I'd send him. He'd be like, oh, I already know that. So I gotta dig through the cobwebs to find something that maybe he wouldn't know. I thought it was a slam.
He knows a lot of country and a lot of old country.
What was your first impression of him when you met him?
Jarrett?
Yeah.
Oh, hot. I was like, oh, he's super hot. So
how long did it take you from when you met to when you slept with? How many days?
Till I slept with him?
Yeah.
Jarrett wishes a longer gap, but I was more like, let's get this done. So I think I met him. I know that this date, I don't know why, but May 18th, 2006. I think we went on our first date 3 days later or something. It was pretty quick. So nothing there. And I was like, oh my God, this guy, which is fine. But we went to a movie and then we both went in our separate cars. So whatever. And then we went on another date. No, he didn't even kiss me.
God,
I know.
Like Tyler.
So then I remember texting him being like, I was really hoping for a kiss or something like that. Yeah. I forget what he wrote back, but I did comment about it. And then he's like, I just didn't want to be that guy where I was right in there, right away. And then we went, it must have been our second or our third date. He was living out in Millerville watching House for his friend. And then we ended up back there. And then that was, so I would say I don't know how long. Yeah. 2 or 3 dates. And Jarrett wishes it was months, but oh, well.
Let's close the deal.
Yeah. I'm like,
I was like,
what's the point of waiting?
Date.
I know.
Dude,
I'm like, we already know.
Do this?
I know. Why wait?
It's ridiculous. What are we waiting for?
And I wasn't like that with everybody.
Yeah.
But with him, I was like, I just really wanted to. So I was like, why don't we just get this going here?
Oh my God. What's your favorite movie?
Oh my God. Legends of the Fall, Dumb and Dumber, 2 very different movies. I have a bunch. Shawshank Redemption. I really like true story type feeling movies. And I don't even know if Shawshank was true, but I think it might've been, but I really like where I feel like it could really have happened. And then of course, Dumb and Dumber is on the other end for comedy, but I really like a good drama or real life story.
Yeah. So you have 3 kids.
I do.
So do you drink a lot?
Yep. Probably have a drinking problem. Let's be honest.
Did you drink more during COVID?
Probably.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. I think didn't everybody? I mean,
It's a lot.
I feel like I really did, but yeah.
Do you
Yeah,
have-
because
Do you have a lot of patience? Would you consider yourself a very patient person?
I'd say sometimes and sometimes not. I'm really down the middle. My kids can drive me mental. Like I can go crazy and scream and not be a great parent. But then other times I'm like totally calm.
Yeah.
But I notice it's based on what's going on in my own life.
Yeah.
So if I'm stressed and I'm thinking about all this other stuff, if they do something, I get set off. It's not even what they did.
Yeah, I was the same way too. Like if something, that I felt was dramatic and then it was like, Mom, I'd be like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Just want to
Yeah.
choke you a little bit.
just a little bit.
I'm going to need
It's
a little
where you can
choke
still
break.
breathe, but oh my God. That's funny.
All right. You ready for the next
Yeah.
song? I love it. I love it.
This is
So
awesome.
this one, Whitney Houston.
Oh my God.
I need
And
you
I
to
mean, I
sing a
couldn't-
little bit of this because I know you can sing.
Well, not on camera with people listening. And Whitney, I mean, this
I
is
feel like you
alto.
did this. Like it's almost like you
Well,
are
I did date a DJ, so
a
you know.
star. Well, I have some tables over there you're gonna have to play. All right. We gotta love Whitney.
Yeah.
Like, why not?
That I could have picked a gazillion songs of hers. She would be like, it's like Janet, Michael, and then like Whitney, Mariah. Like she's on that same, again, like obviously her voice, her
all
music.
very powerful women.
Oh, yeah, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really cool
Mhm.
when you kind of break it down. I have you'll have to check it out. It's on Spotify, but I have a playlist called Use Your Lungs. And it's all these powerful women that are, singing very powerful.
Yeah, Whitney's unreal.
So any story related to Whitney? Is it about a breakup? I Will Always Love You. Do you remember when that song came out?
No. And when people tell me, oh, that came out in 1990 and that came out, I was in grade 4, I was in grade 6, I was in grade 8. I'm like, you remember that?
I don't remember that.
I can't tell you a grade I was in where any music came out, except for, which I don't think I put on the list, but Paula Abdul, huge influence in my life. So I should have taken the time to really think about all these people.
We'll have to do it again.
But Paula Abdul was a huge, and I remember grade 4 coming out of school, and my dad was sitting in his red truck and he had just bought me the new Paula Abdul, and I forget what it was called. Anyway, it's black with gold writing, and he's like, I was like, oh my God. So I remember that, and I was in grade 4, but other than that, I don't remember. And Whitney for me was never breakup stuff. It was more just, I loved listening to her voice.
Yeah.
And I've always wanted to have like a really good voice, even though I don't really. So, but I love to sing. So I love her music.
You and your family are really close.
Yep.
Yeah. So who kind of holds that family together? Would you say there's one person?
My mom.
Your mom?
Mainly because thankfully my parents, entrepreneurs their whole life, they had the resources, the money. So and you don't even need the money to plan family trips. Like you could do camping or something, but she always kept us together by always booking trips for all of us to go on. And it's like anything, if someone books it, you're more likely to go.
Yeah.
Right. Especially when they pay for it.
Yeah.
Planning and paying for it. Like, it's like no brainer. So it's amazing what they've done because they've been able to keep our family together, and spend more time together, really.
Yeah. So what values do your parents instill in the values with you and your kids?
For sure, like relationship wise, how they treat each other, their marriage. They've been married, I think it's 45 years now, like, and they're still in love. Like, they're really affectionate, and they do the whole, if they fight, they make up in front of the kids, and they're really open communicators, and so yeah, and like treating other people good, and just being a good person, I guess, working hard.
Yeah. I think that's so important.
Yeah.
If you look at Jared's family,
Mhm.
so if you were to describe your mother-in-law, what type of animal would she be?
Oh my God, Barb is the sweetest human being ever. I'm thinking of something, what kind of animal? Something really just sweet, non-aggressive, cares about everyone. I don't know. Like, I'm thinking, what would that be?
Koala bear.
Koala could be.
But
yeah,
I think
where
they
people
do
like
have
hold, but they do have like the nails, and that's not Barb.
that might not be the right one.
Like a little bird, or
Yeah.
like something like just sweet and like loving. Even like a little puppy or something. I don't know. She's really sweet.
That's awesome. So you guys
Yeah.
get along really well.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I hit the mother-in-law jackpot for
That's
sure.
nice. That's really good.
Yeah.
And your ex-boyfriend prior,
Yeah.
what about that mother-in-law?
She was amazing.
Amazing as well.
Same, but very so he lived at
home
for a very
yeah.
long time, and took care of her because her husband worked overseas in Dubai. So she was at home, so he would take care of her, which was so sweet, like really like a great son. And so she was very like, they were very, very close. So but she was so sweet. Great, actually.
And then you just have a brother.
Yep, I just
Older
have a brother.
or younger?
Older.
Okay, so what did you guys fight about most growing up? Did you guys fight a lot?
Not until I remember like my early teen years, like maybe 12 till 17.
Okay.
Well, that's not a teenager, but 13 till 17. He was, I always tell him, like super mean, like just always bugging me in front of people, making fun of me. I used to have, which I still kind of do, but before I got braces, my teeth would stick out a bit. So he'd be like this and like making, he just in front of people making fun of me. So he was kind of mean that way, but I think he was overcompensating for things he was insecure about and whatever. So we didn't really have like a super close relationship. He was sick a lot. And so, maybe again, that's where that came from.
Yeah. You ever bang any of his friends?
No, I never did.
What?
Can you believe that?
I can't.
No,
never.
Not one.
Really?
He screwed my friends, but
how many friends did he bang?
Oh, three I can think of for
Three
sure.
Yeah.
That's a guarantee.
Tyler's brother has hit the mother load with me.
Oh.
I think I probably got him laid in 20 years, probably like 12 times.
Oh my God. You're hilarious.
I have no friends left now.
Yeah, I never did. Now that I think about it, I'm like, wow, what was I doing?
That's right.
Jeez.
So if you're on a desert island, what's one thing that you would take with you? Not the obvious water, food.
Oh, not bread?
No.
Damn it.
That would be so good though on a desert island.
Bread is my jam.
Yeah.
What would I take with me? I know. I'm like blank.
You have food,
I'm like, besides
you have
food and
water.
drinking, what else is there?
You could take anybody.
Oh,
take
somebody?
You could take a celebrity. You could take your dog.
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
Is that what my husband said?
it's funny that you said that because
I'm like, did Jared say that?
I literally asked him, like, of all the guys, if you could have like a bromance with, who would that be? And like we were talking about an artist, and then I went down this little bit of a rabbit hole with him, and he was like totally following very well, like as he does. And then I right away in my head, Matthew McConaughey, like right away.
Yeah.
And so I can't remember who he said. It was a country singer.
Oh, okay.
I can't remember who it was. And I was like shocked because I was like, you wouldn't pick Matthew McConaughey?
And then he's probably like,
and he was like, oh, yeah. So
yeah, he's my jam.
when you get in a fight, you can now say, why don't you just go spoon Matthew McConaughey?
Yeah. I will say that. I'm on it.
All right. Next song, Melissa.
Okay.
We're doing good.
Sweet.
All right. You ready? Who's this? Nothing compares to you. I feel
little
like you've
Sinead O'Connor.
I feel like you've actually probably sang this song.
Oh yeah,
quite a bit.
I should teach this to my daughter.
You should. You know, it's crazy when I was looking up this song because I wanted to find a fun fact.
Yeah.
This was like named #1 world single.
No way.
Which is crazy on the Billboard Music Awards, which is insane because you think of how many songs are out there and what's kind of
that is insane.
But I remember when that song came out and how much kind of all the crazy stuff that went on with that song and her shaving her head and all of that kind of stuff.
I don't think I was aware what was going on.
But I don't remember ever hearing from her after that song again. And now that I was kind of looking up her music to put it on your playlist, she's got thousands.
No way.
Yeah, which is really sad that that's what people I'm sure for her, she probably thinks, oh my God, like, can somebody think of something? Like,
Hmm.
is there anybody else that didn't Britney shave her fucking head? Like,
Yeah.
Is there other people? Why do you love that song so much? And what does it mean to you?
Again, I don't even really know what it's about. I can't think of the word. I know the words, but I never really put the words to like context as to what it's about. So I wouldn't even know. I think I like the beat. I like that it's kind of, you know, slow. I really like her voice. I don't know that there's much more than that, but it came to mind when you asked me. I was like, I love that song.
And you're a good singer.
Well, I mean, I'm average.
I don't think
can carry a tune depending on the song.
Yeah, and you know, your husband told me that you actually did a little song for him.
I did. You better not play it or I'll kill you.
So I'm curious to find out how that process went.
So, it's just an idea. I had to record a song for him for his birthday. So a friend of mine at the time was a producer. So I said, hey, can I borrow your studio or can you be there actually? And can I sing a song? And then you can kind of fix it up however you need. And I'll give it to him for his birthday. So I did that. And he was just like, oh my God, he couldn't believe it. It's just something fun that I've always wanted to do, even without him. Like I just wanted to record a song. And then it happened to be that. And then at the end of the song, I forget the line, but I used his name in the song just to make it personalized. So
how'd you pick this song?
It was just a song that I loved that I thought I sang okay, which is Bubbly by Colby Calais.
Yeah.
And at the time it was really popular. I really liked the lyrics. And so I was like, oh, I'll just do this song.
How many takes? Like, how was that feeling just kind of going through that process?
Yeah, like I think, it was so fun. I'm like, oh my God, I want to record all the time. But yet I don't have like an amazing voice, but it's so fun. And I don't know. Maybe I did it 5 or 6 times.
Did you feel like a rock star in there?
Yeah, well, I was super nervous. Like it's so intimidating, especially if you're not like incredibly good. So, yeah, it was good. It was a fun experience.
Yeah, he actually had that song on his playlist.
Shut up.
He did.
Oh my God, that's hilarious.
Oh my God.
He probably took like 5 hours to go through his list. I took 5 minutes. Big.
No, and I wanted him to play the version of you singing it, but
he didn't have it.
I don't know if he had it on his phone or not, and I think maybe he didn't want to do it without your permission, maybe. Right.
That hasn't stopped him before. Played it at our wedding without asking me.
He did? Oh my God.
Yeah, I was not happy.
What was your favorite part of your wedding?
Dancing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, danced all night till like 3 a.m.
That's what
the
he
live
said.
band.
He said literally.
I was obsessed.
Kiss at the altar,
and then
didn't even see my wife again.
I literally was on the dance floor the whole night.
I love it though.
Yeah, it was so fun.
That's how I was too. When I was growing up, we had this place in Nanaimo called TAC, the Ultimate Choice Club, and it was on the Indian Reserve, and we would go down there all the time.
Cool.
And it was no alcohol, no drugs, and it was from 7 o'clock till 2 o'clock in the morning. It's like a dance bar, and really, if you think about it, it was all recovering addicts. Right? And we would just dance until 2 o'clock in the morning, and it was every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We never went Sunday because I was in school, but we did it all the time.
Yeah.
I went there more, and I think I started going there at 12. I was 12. And then, even when the nightclubs and stuff, I was able to go to the bars and stuff. We always wanted to go to TAC.
Wow. That's I didn't know you grew up in Nanaimo.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I did. All right, Melissa, next song. You ready?
Yep.
Are you sure?
Oh, better be good. Oh, this one, I got so many memories.
Back and forth. Okay. What's your favorite memories?
Almost named my daughter Aaliyah.
You did?
Yeah. But then my first, because I didn't know what I was having. It was going to be Connor or Aaliyah, but spelled differently. But then I had a boy. And then by the second, I got over the name. But she died on my birthday.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So that's why I remember her and her music. Same thing. She had the coolest videos, like just R&B. There's one where she's like takes a private plane or jet, I guess, to get to this island, and she did like a whole dance on the island, and just a lot of her videos were a lot of lifestyle.
Yep.
and island life and beaches and water. And I loved it. She always wore like really cool, like slouchy big kind of, and then tight tops in her, you can even see there, like hats. And she was always kind of just cool. Great dancer. She always did. Again, dancing would be a huge connection. And then my cousin and I, who I grew up with, is super close. She lived 3 doors down. We would play her over and over and over and over again, watch all her music videos, same thing, learn all the dances. Like, yeah. So that would be not really relationship memories, but
what's the most pain you've ever felt?
Oh, couple things that come to mind, probably early on in our relationship, without me saying exactly, because out of the confidentiality of Jarrett, but like he made a couple big mistakes in the beginning of our relationship. Things that he didn't fully think through that really hurt me. Like that would be for sure the most pain I've ever felt.
I think I've probably been through that kind of pain too.
Yeah.
I noticed on your pinky you have a tattoo, and I've never seen that before.
I just got this like a year ago.
So what? It's a cross?
Yeah, it's a cross.
It's beautiful.
Thank you.
Did it hurt?
No.
So what made you get
I got this one too.
Oh wow. I like
because
it's faith.
I'm not religious, but I feel
I like the word.
Pardon? You're
not religious, but you like the word? Like, do you like the word? The
faith?
Yeah.
I
like the way it makes you feel.
Oh, for sure. And like, I love the feeling of knowing that what I believe is like our life is, like, we can make our own choices, but like when hurtful things happen or things, I get a lot of comfort from knowing, like, I have faith in that this is supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And I'm good. And like, I'm not necessarily like super religious. I don't study the Bible. Like I'm not like, but yet I do love the story of the Bible. And I love the story of Jesus and sacrificing, like, and even just that, like, even if I didn't go any further than that, just the idea of kind of what it symbolizes, I think is where I like it. I don't know.
So once you get one, people say you got to get another one. Are you already feeling like, when did you get faith?
I got that at the same time as this.
Okay. So you got it done together.
And but then I want to
so you're already thinking.
Yeah. I want to get free with the 2 birds. I have it on my phone right there.
Oh, very pretty.
Just because I like freedom.
And you want it on your ankle or?
No, maybe like here,
okay.
Like lower or on the side.
Nice.
Here, or I don't know. I like really small dainty for me. So I don't know.
What's the coolest thing you ever did to impress somebody?
To impress somebody?
Yeah.
Oh man. Who did I impress? That's a tough question.
You ever do anything to try to like fit in or be a part of a group, or maybe kind of went against maybe your values just because you wanted to show that you were cool? Or have you ever did something that you're like, not super proud of that, but I was able to do that and that was really cool?
I'm really trying to think. Nothing that comes to mind. I always kind of like, and I don't mean this in like an ego. I mean, I have other issues, but I never really tried. I don't feel like that was really a big thing
Something
that I did. No.
And so many people do.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's hard to watch that. I always was a fairly confident person. I don't really think that I ever really, nothing that I can recall off the top of my head.
That's okay.
Yeah.
So now we're getting tattoos. Any piercings?
None. Just
None?
my 2 ears. No.
Have you ever thought about getting a piercing?
I had my belly button when I was 16, and that was in my opinion, it was a mistake. I used to have 3 on each ear. I got rid of those. And then no, I've never
been with a guy like with a piercing.
No, it's not my thing.
Me neither.
No, I'm not into boy piercings.
No.
I told my son, you're not getting any.
You're not getting
no offense if your kid has any or anything like that,
pierced.
but no, you're definitely not getting that done.
All right, this next song,
okay.
I know that you're gonna love it.
Oh.
I just have to find it. I don't know why everything is
called?
not. Oh, here it is.
Oh yeah. Oh my God.
I do want to hear
my gem.
I do want to hear like a little bit of singing though.
I can't today, Annette. Like, let's be honest. Mariah Carey of all the singers, like, geez. Oh my
Oh,
God.
why do you love her?
Oh, I don't love her now,
Yeah.
but her old music, well, Hero, which I didn't put on there, but that was like a big like ballad, you know, the song Hero?
Yeah.
When a hero that was like a big ballad I remember always listening to, like just loving. Again, like lifestyle videos, like really cool. I was obsessed with music videos.
Yeah.
I would get up in the morning and turn on MTV like videos and just watch them.
I miss
Or
it.
Much
Is it
Music,
still
sorry.
around?
No, I don't think so. I don't know.
I really miss it.
I would just watch videos all day. So for me, her videos were unreal. Her music, she always had like collaborations with really, really cool people.
Yeah.
So for me, yeah, it was a lot of the videos, the lifestyle, how good of a singer she is. I mean, I don't love her current kind of diva-esque sort of style. And even her new music, it's not really for me, but her old stuff really, I was like, oh yeah.
So if you were to describe this color yellow to somebody, how would you do that if they were blind?
The color yellow. Wow, we're just taking a turn here. The color yellow.
I love this question because people are very creative. Like,
yeah, see, and Jared's good with stuff like this. I'm sure he gave some elaborate. I'm like, again, not good at school, not really an intelligent.
He actually whittled me something, closed his eyes and whittled out of wood.
Fuck off. God. I'm not a very creative or insightful.
You're not creative? I think you're very creative.
I'm creative in some ways, but when it comes to like deep thought or like intelligent thinking, it's not
doesn't
my
work
jam.
for you.
No. I like very like simple stuff. Like if it gets too deep, I'm like with Jared, if he'll get on this rampage about whatever, I'm like, you lost me. Like go talk to someone that wants to like debate with you about what you're talking about. Yellow. It's bright.
Yeah. What else?
Like someone that's never seen before, I guess. They've never, it's bright. I would describe things that are yellow. I say like the sun, when it's shining on your face, it's yellow. It's bright and beautiful and hot.
You did good. I think you did.
I don't know. That's a hard question.
I know.
That's good though. Makes you think.
I like to throw those hard ones out there.
Yeah, I liked it.
It's good. We have one last song.
Okay,
ready?
let's do it. Yeah.
And I do think I do know what it's about, but I'm not 1,000%.
Okay.
And obviously The Dance by Garth Brooks. And like, he doesn't have his music on Spotify. And
I know, I'm surprised. Oh, this is his knockoff?
Yeah.
He almost sounds exactly like him.
It's crazy.
He doesn't have his music on anything. You can't get it.
Yeah, it's interesting. One day I'll get enough people that have his song on all their playlists, and I'm gonna be like, Garth, we have to have a chat about this. Right? So Garth, that's his story.
Oh my God. Out of all those artists, I have the most memories, I feel like, with Garth in a longer period of time. We were 15. We did a trip across Canada with our cousins, the whole ride in the motorhome. We were all in the motorhome together. We went away for a month across Canada. Maybe it was even 2 months. And we listened to him over and over and over again, like The River and The Dance and Shameless and all this stuff. I know every single song that Garth sings, like every single one. And so that's one memory. And then when Jarrett, for our anniversary, and I don't know which one it was, I want to even say our first year anniversary. It was because we had Connor, and then I left Connor for the first time at home, and I surprised Jarrett. He didn't know where we were going. I drove to the airport. We got on the plane. I think he figured out we were going to Vegas. And then our closest friends met us there as a surprise. Like it was this big, exciting. And then I surprised him with tickets the waitress came over and gave tickets to Garth live in Vegas. And it was his like acoustic show. And I have so much respect for him. Shows up with a t-shirt and a ball cap. He was like interacting with the crowd. I don't know if you've seen him.
No, I haven't, but I've heard such great
it's literally stuff. There's no better entertainer. Like, I know I said the king of pop, but like when it comes to entertaining, he can do it on a small show. He can do it on a big show. His music, his lyrics, he is insane. And I think even a non-country lover could find
Yeah.
like enjoy him. Whereas I think other country artists, it's kind of like it's weak.
Yeah.
And it's like either you like it or you don't. Garth is like very, I don't know if the word is versatile, or I think he can appeal to a wider audience. And his music, I sing it almost every night to my kids when they go to bed, like Between the River or Shameless or whatever. And the dance is, I mean, it's a special song.
Yeah.
I don't really know exactly what it's about, but I love it.
But it's probably that those family trips and listening to
The
all
memories.
that and the memories.
Oh, for sure.
That's
like,
why I love music so much.
I know, right? It just brings you right back to that moment. And you're like, oh, I remember when I was there and I did this.
So speaking of music bringing up so many memories, what song do you not like the most that you heard that you're like, oh my God, I hate that song. If I ever hear that song again, I'm going to lose my mind. Do you have one of those kind of songs? And if not,
nothing that stands out. There is a particular genre I really dislike, and it's like heavy metal. It's just like not for me. So maybe like, I don't know if this is in the same class, but Marilyn Manson type stuff, or like what's like heavy metal, like
like Metallica.
Metallica, stuff like that. It's not for me, but it wouldn't really bring a bad memory. It's just not.
What about when you were dating somebody? I don't know if you I know when I was dating people in high school and elementary, we had a song. Did you ever have a song with a guy before?
I have a few with Jarrett from early on when we dated that we kind of connected with,
but nothing.
Volkov, or I should have said his name. Oh God, it's on the radio. You can bleep that one out. He, for sure, like anything Janet. Would be like,
no romantic song though, like no slow song that you're like.
No, and the other guys I dated, I never connected with over music. So that sucked. So I'm trying to think. No, we never had a song. Like the only person I connected with to music was my ex that I was engaged to. And we would be in like a rough patch and we'd like both be listening to the same song kind of thing. Or like I'd be listening to this to like reconnect. And like I'd be like, oh, I listened to Janet last night. And it was like an actual connection over music. But other than that, I've never really had that connection with anybody that I've dated.
Yeah.
Music wise.
So last question, Melissa.
Okay.
So your life that you've lived and all your experiences, hardships, what would you say to somebody that was maybe listening and maybe was going through something that you have potentially went through and came out the other side that you would want to share with them? You have to share the experience, but maybe you just want to.
I mean, the first thing that came to mind, which always just kind of sticks with me, is I really believe that when you're in the moment, it feels so much bigger than it is. And I remember my 20s, like, and I'm sure you're the same. And most 20-year-olds or even early or later teens, it's like, it feels like the end of the world. It feels so big. And what I've learned over the years and what I would say to someone is just keep going and know that when it's later on in life, you're going to look back and it's not going to be that big of a deal.
Yeah.
And it's not even to downplay the emotion. It's just the longer time goes, the more you'll kind of drift from feeling those feelings. And it just felt so big when I was younger. Like it was so heavy, so emotional. Oh my God, how could I ever get over this? And then you get to, I'm almost 38 and I'm like, I get fazed by very little now.
Yeah.
Right. And don't you find the older you get, the less fazed you are by things that would have bothered you so much when you're early 20s. Yeah. So don't hold on to the things that you feel are so big, because it's not going to make a difference. It's not going to matter later in life.
Yeah. Great advice.
That's Melissa. My advice.
Well, thank you again for joining us.
Thanks
on Music
for having
Junkies.
me.
I'm excited. I was so excited. I did tell your husband though that we were going to do another one, and we're going to do a couples.
Oh, I like that. Like the newlywed game.
Yeah, and we're going to have dinner.
See how well we know each other.
We're totally going to do that. So thanks for tuning in. Like, subscribe, whatever you got to do, and we'll see you next week.